Hi, I'm Dennis. This is a 1946 Crosley Pickup. Crosley was a manufacturer mostly appliances, refrigerators, record players, whatever, and they got in the car business in the late 30s. And then in 1946, this is the first prototype they rolled out for pickup trucks. They ended up making about 8,000 total pickups until 1952, when the company went out of business. It was number two of three that were made originally. It's got some interesting different features that didn't make it into production. There's a toolbox inside with a wooden divider in the bed that didn't make production. The filler neck in the tank for the tank is inside the bed. They figured out they better put a neck on the outside to get gas in it. Is original condition. There is no rust. There's nothing underneath.
And you said this car was originally, you said it was repainted. Why don't you tell us originally how it was painted and what you mentioned?
It was painted originally to red. I described it as a large rattle can sprayer.
Yeah.
So it's dull, ugly. It just got finished. Let's just say that Crosley's did not come out of the factory with this kind of paint job.
So this is the most immaculate it's ever been with the paintwork,
yes,
huh?
And it'll ever be.
Go ahead and show us that fuel filler cap if you don't mind. We'll get back there because it was an interesting piece, and I was going to jump back and forth. Let me mention
first of all, this wood here was crate wood because it was just a prototype, and there's a toolbox access from the inside. This did not make it into the final production.
Okay.
They took the wood off and extended the bed into the cab. The filler neck, which is not very wise, but again, they figured that out from the prototype, is right here. So if you got the thing loaded, you got to unload the truck.
So let's just say that lasted a day or two, and then this is not a good idea.
No.
But the original prototypes had the fuel filler cap, as you saw there, in the truck bed.
And what they did is they put a pipe here and have an access on the outside of the fender. But most Crosleys, there's not much change. You can see the fender from the coupe. The coupe's body came down this way, and the fender cuts.
Wow.
So all they did is just cut a part off to put the bed on the back.
That's the original line of the coupe. Wow.
Yeah.
And what's the truck bed look like? It's open. Let's see. All these truck beds have modern features and different splits and stuff like that. They have a power. Let's see what original tailgate.
It's mostly for look.
There you go.
Comes down
like a true tailgate should.
I call it my Menards car.
Menards car, there you go. What's funny is that this bed is what probably more than what most people need or use. This probably gets more use than any of these modern day pickup trucks do.
That's right, and the original Crosleys were built for mileage. They claimed they got between 45 and 50 miles a gallon.
That's unheard of on a pickup truck. That's awesome.
But pretty primitive, just an engine, 3-speed manual. The engine's a 26 horsepower, 44 cubic inch.
Can we go look at that?
It's
that one. Inside, of course.
What would your top speed be?
Neither of us sprint anymore. It goes, they said 50, 55. It's scary.
I've seen some very interesting ways a hood is open, but never on a track. That is the coolest thing ever.
Let me tell you, when this falls, it really hurts.
Oh, I can imagine.
When you get the track,
I could imagine.
I got the engine out a bunch of times. So
on that hoof right there.
The weird thing about the engine is it's overhead valve, so it's run off gears off the crank, and so it's really efficient. It doesn't do much for performance. And if I want to come over here, I want to show you something really interesting. Here's the generator, and behind the generator is a shaft that's connected to the water pump. Again, It was all about size, efficiency.
So this is liquid cooled, as you mentioned, obviously. And what would you say this displacement was again?
44 cubic inches.
44 cubic inches.
730 cc's.
Okay, and then the horsepower, you said 26 horsepower?
26 and a half, yeah.
Okay, there you go, almost 27 horsepower.
Every Crosley vehicle had the same engine.
For sure. But it definitely moves when you need it to, right?
Yes.
It goes down the road, street legal, everything like that?
Yes, but it's you realize the terrain. It's like riding a bicycle. You realize there's hills.
So that interesting track. That's original with the car and everything. With this hood prop?
Yes, everything is. This is stock. The only different thing might be this chrome and the fancy wood on the back.
Okay.
Everything else is pretty much as it came.
Gotcha. Let's get a close-up shot of that. That's unbelievable. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. Let's go ahead.
Here you go for us now.
No worries. I'm gonna make sure the door doesn't slam.
High-end rubber mats.
Okay.
That's it.
Nice plain door. No
Radio
fancy
delete.
features.
No.
Radio delete.
Yep. Even though the company made radios, it didn't come with a radio.
There's an interesting fact for you.
The little box over there is the heater.
Did you see that?
So what kind of heater do you have? Yes. Right?
Yeah, well put. Yeah. It doesn't work really well. It just works.
And is that another dumb question? Would that be an electronic here, or would that be heat off of the kind of like a traditional heater core to get heat from the engine?
Yes, it's a little radiator. There's 2 little radiators inside there.
Okay.
And the antifreeze goes through the radiators. It goes back into the car with a small fan on the top.
Yeah, I love how simple it is with the gauges and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, there's multiple over there. We'll have to go on the other side soon to get a shot of that. But everything is, visors and
Cardboard ceilings, cardboard kick plates. Very, very primitive, and it came pretty much close to that.
more. It's a little storage compartment, but I'm not going to be going through there because that's their personal belongings. But so we got a couple interesting knobs and buttons of sorts. What of the fancy features would this have? What do each and every one? We saw the hood release.
Fancy feature. This is the heater box that you saw underneath.
For sure.
Choke is over on the other side, manual choke.
Okay.
And then the starter button's over here, like sports cars with the ignition switch
Oh,
over
nice.
there.
There's a push button, the original push button start, right?
Yep, exactly. And then the fuel, the gauges are basically very simple. Temperature, amp charging from the generator, oil pressure, and fuel. And realistically, in this car, I really use all three of those. They help me drive. And then the speedo. The speedo says 16,900 miles. I'm thinking it's probably close to that. This car is very, very clean.
Absolutely, it's a stunning example. It looks so mint in there. Almost looks like it just rolled off of the prototype assembly floor. But no, everything's real clean. Everything's nicely tucked.
But one other thing you probably missed, but right here, if you look on the floor, there's an emergency brake.
Let's get that shot.
Pull up that handle.
Right there?
That handle pulls up, and it pulls the cables on the manual brakes. So that it tightens all the cables, and you pull that up, so that the manual brakes lock in place.
Gotcha.
Very, very primitive.
Now, one more thing I will ask you.
Sure.
So let's try to educate the young guys. What's power in here? Any power steering, power brake, anything?
Power windows.
Power windows,
That's
the
it.
original way.
That's it.
Gotcha. So no power steering, no
A
power
motor,
brakes.
a 60-pound transmission, and 4 wheels and manual brakes.
Gotta love that. It doesn't get any simpler than that.
hydraulic, that's it.
So you really got to get your workout when you put the clutch in, when you put the brake in, and everything.
You do a lot of thinking when you're driving.
That's good.
On big highways around here.
Take your time, and
Yeah.
you actually enjoy the drive, at least for a while when you're pushing it, when you're turning steering wheel and everything like that. But absolutely awesome. Let's get a nice solid chunk on that door again. There you go.
Sounds
Nice
right.
solid clunk. Nice solid clunk. Dennis, thank you so much for everything.
So what are
I
you
do
gonna do with
appreciate
this?
this. So I was just about to tell you.